Hello and welcome to the Star Citizen News. Alpha 3.14 is an open PTU. There's a new patch. The march to CitizenCon has begun. We have a summary of the Star Citizen Live on ships in balance this week, and there is a new hospital location that they are teasing. Let's try this. What's that? You should check out NordVPN. Links below. Shameless plug. Yeah, that will do. Star Citizen Alpha 3.14 is now in open PTU. Cloud Imperium have referred to this release as the final testing before release. So jump in and test Alpha 3.14 before its official release. Explore the all-new landing zone, Horizon, located on a massive gas giant crusader with new features such as volumetric cloud tech, missile operator mode, and more. And if you want to see all the different features that 3.14 has, there's a billion videos on my channel with that. Billion is a slight exaggeration, admittedly. Cloud Imperium are starting to talk about CitizenCon 2021, which will this year be a virtual-only event on the 9th of October. Cloud Imperium said, from sharing our latest developments, admiring epic cosplay, a bevy of community events, contests, and more, this event will be memorable for all who experience it. And now there are a couple of things people can get involved with in the lead up to the event. The Star Citizen cosplay and a 45-second, up to 45-second in-law video people can make, and they will show in between sort of segments. They're both active competitions. Get involved. Star Citizen Live last week had Dave Coulson, Mark Abent, Yogi Klatt, and Richard Towler discussing new features and balancing related to vehicles in Alpha 3.14. They want dogfighting to typically happen within 1.2 kilometers of the engaging ships, and this is where the size 1 to 4 weapons are typically going to be balanced. However, if you want slightly longer range, then using missiles is a good shout, that sort of stuff. Obviously, they are tweaking turrets in multi-crew ships to be very powerful with new gameplay as well. Multi-crew ships are very viable, have higher times to kill, and are generally just more powerful. A deeper, more in-depth balance will be coming in the future, though, when they have physicalized components in the physical damage system, which obviously is not ready, but it is being worked on. So what they're currently doing for balancing at the moment is pushing towards the intention of where combat is going, so that they're on a good foot to be able to add those new elements in the future, and bam, are able to balance them more appropriately. 3.14 is much more of a rework and restart of balance. However, they will need to have a much larger overhaul of balance when those other systems, physical damage, physical components are in place. They are focused on getting the game fun and playable for 3.14 without gameplay and combat being broken for the cycle is the idea. Combat is much more of a fight now. It's not a 2-second pew pew and done. Well, when desync isn't a problem, that is. In the future, this will have ships not being killed, but mostly disabled when their components and their connectors get damaged, basically crippling the ship, although I suppose sometimes there are going to be big explosions when a component goes critical. They are attempting to move away from a single meta as well in 3.14. However, I feel they're a bit naive in their goal to have players not running meta builds based on paper stats and sort of like third-party looks at components and gear loading and that sort of stuff. So bear that in mind. Although they do want multiple metas, they do want multiple builds, they do want a lot of choice, there's still going to be meta builds for sure. Ballistics are powerful, and they have some shield penetration. The weaker the shield, the more that ballistics will go through. High damage, low ammo. That's the current plan for ballistics. They are looking at how ammo reloads will work for them in the future. I'm expecting that the Ares Inferno is still going to be pretty effective and maybe gets lots of reloads or something for its ammo. We'll have to wait and see exactly what happens with that when that ship's in our hands. Projectiles have a max range before they are no longer effective and are basically removed, because game. In real life they would continue forever, but it's a game and the server can't track all of this stuff forever. Scanning pings will be detectable and affect your signature much more in the future as well. Gas clouds will affect detection in the future, just not yet. The new power and capacity gameplay is much more of a stamina and timing-based game system, where clever use at the right time of your capacitors, of your power triangle, will get you the damage on target. I really like that. I think what they're doing here is absolutely fantastic. I think desync is the major problem at the moment, for the most part, and on paper, very cool. Obviously, There's only basic balance going on, but it will get into a playable state, just not much in the way of customization. When you're talking about component customization and system customization for your ships, that is not going to be much fun in 3.14 in my opinion, unless some magic happens. This week's sneak peek was of Grimhex's future clinic and hospital, where we'll see the more outlaw types respawn if they need it. But you're also about to buy medical gear here. It's not just for outlaws and criminals, Grimhex. There's going to be a variety of people there. But we should see this in-game later this year. As I said earlier, with the open PTU for 3.14 has come a new 3.14 N PTU patch. There are some further balance updates here. They adjusted gimbal behavior for fixed and manual gimbal modes to increase their range back to normal. They increased wing health of the 300 series ships. They increased the Hornet's tail health. They doubled EM strength of decoys, and they changed default keybind for the gyro mode. So the idea here is now that hopefully the different countermeasures will work more appropriately. There's been some major bug fixes here as well. They fixed an issue causing players to get 30k disconnection errors. Obviously 30ks are not fully fixed or anything, but it's another one that's been partly resolved. They fixed a real big major problem as well with quantum travel markers being missing when destinations were set via the star map. Flares deployed from various ships should now move correctly when launched. They fixed an issue causing FPS AI to slowly react to players attacking them. Large FPS deposits should no longer be detectable from too far away in the Greycat Rock vehicles, but just the right distance. Hornet's animated maneuvering thrusters should no longer be frozen in place. Radars should now be visible on the Anvil Carrack flight HUDs. Information should no longer be cut off by the Crusader Star Runner and Star Lifter's HUD due to large font. They fixed an issue allowing ships to be spawned from the ASOC terminal once ejected on the landing pad, resulting in them spawning in an unusable state without a pilot seat. Players should no longer be able to get a game starts in %D error after dying in Arena Commander Swarm modes, and they fixed a back-end service memory leak. So hopefully you actually should see a bit more sustained frame rate and less crashing. But there's also a new known issue. Quantum traveling to Crusader will place your ship inside the atmosphere, preventing further quantum travel. So the radius of sort of like the atmosphere of Crusader is actually pretty big at the moment, and the incorrect obstruction radius around Crusader will be resolved in the next PT release, most likely after the weekend, Cloud Imperium have said, to place it closer to 150 kilometers rather than 750 kilometers above the planet that it is now. For now, leaving atmosphere when at Horizon may take much longer than intended. This may also make spline jumps to Horizon impossible or hard to do for now, so bear that in mind. PTU release, always going to be a bit more buggy than any live release, but they've identified that problem and will solve it, hopefully, on Monday. I am happy that Cloud Imperium have given more of a statement, basically, or at least implied what they're planning to do with 3.14. It looks like they're trying to get 3.14 live relatively soon, so I'm expecting end of next week sort of thing, by the end of sort of July. That's the sort of plan as I see it now, and then they're going to do a lot more of this balance and variant balance for different components and systems later. So there's still going to be a lot more balance to do. 3.14 is alpha. It's certainly not going to be perfect, and there's been a big temporary overhaul, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I think people will be happy about in this patch, but obviously people that are looking at the development will be like, what? Why are they rebalancing everything like this now when they have to rebalance it again for physicalized components and the physical damage system? Well, they need to start to get and move into this sort of intention of what that balance will actually mean, and if they can capture that now and go, well, this is the direction we're going, this is what people like, this works, that's going to be a lot easier. And when they do like a big final balance, or like, well, we need to get this stuff balanced for Squadron 42 as well, that they're planning to push out and finalise, it looks like, next year. Hopefully it will be out next year, but we don't know. What I'm trying to say is that they need to start moving forward with this and getting everything sort of like more in place and more locked in, and this helps with that. At least I think it does. Boom, that's it for this week's news. This time, are you excited for CitizenCon 2021 on the 9th of October this year? Are you looking forward to Alpha 3.14 live? Are you going to be playing in the open PTU while you're waiting? Do you like the power and combat changes, or do you hate them? What would you like to see? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Hey, I heard you like VPNs. How about NordVPN then? It's got things like security and features, and we all know chicks dig VPNs. Oh my god, is that Nord? Well, yes. Yes, it is. Wink. Check out the links below to get discounts or go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Maybe it will align your chakras or something. Actually, let's read some testimonials. Ever since I got NordVPN, my life is good. I wish I'd got NordVPN sooner. I didn't get NordVPN and now I've got no hands. I'm sorry that I recorded this as an adsin. I apologise to my editor. I said I wouldn't go too wacky. That's not what's happened here. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for July it's for a Constellation Taurus with lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package. All you need to play! This long overdue, more cargo-focused version of the Constellation is going to be flyable in July. It's basically a new ship. Woo! Sort of. To be in for a chance of winning that, comment on any of my videos made during July, and each video gives you another chance to win, but only one comment is counted per video. More details down below. Please also consider supporting the channel further via the YouTube join button, or via Patreon, or donation, or whatever. It all helps us make Star Citizen content. Great Star Citizen content, hopefully, or at least some Star Citizen content. Also, you should bother the bell and like and subscribe and all that sort of jazz as well. Thanks for watching.